Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15.
And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 22-yard line.
Of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
No gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. He's through the corner, about the 5. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points.
They'll run high. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Following the penalty, it's high. And now lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They try again with Hyde. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A nice run there, 8 yards. Moves him much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Escaping the pressure right. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Bennett's kick is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Hyde. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Short of the goal line.
Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead.
Point after.
He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Vikings 7, Bears nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
second down. It's Jones. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
Loss of 2 yards. And it's third down.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. From the gun, Murray. And that is incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, and it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
1-yard gain.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one goes for 36 yards.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. They run high. And not much running room. Down to the 32. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's Herbert now on second down. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 14. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
18-yard line.
Here's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line. Opening carry of the game here for Rex Burkhead. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score Vikings 7, Bears nothing.
Here's second and 10. out of the gun, Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Jarius Wright that time. But now it's third down.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. Going to throw on third down with Herbert. Brings up fourth down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
And Bullock will put this one through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get through.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Offense ready to go for their next drive. And this is their third drive right now. Maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down. End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. Herbert has it knocked free. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack from the quarterback in the pocket. Now, If you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he will fight his way in. Not giving up there, and he's got a Bears touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Makes the score Vikings 10, Bears 7. Josh Lambo set to kick off.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll run it. Here's Hyde. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 2 yards and able to get the 1st down in the process.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Hyde. This one is stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 2nd down, Hyde. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
This defense is really flown around in the 1st half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Herbert. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
Incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Now a first down carry by Jones. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Draw play. Cohen. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there. There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now this time Murray to throw it. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
At the 15-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Shotgun now from Murray. That is caught inside the 5. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now Jones. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Jones. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Ronald Jones in the final seconds of the first half, and the Bears have taken the lead.
Point after.
And that makes it 14-10.
Makes the score Bears 14, Vikings 10. Josh Lambo.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Taken about 7 yards deep.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Justin Herbert looking to throw on second down. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Gain of 11.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
That's good.
The drive stays alive. A third down gain of 8.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know, the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. They dial up the screen here to Burkhead. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. That's complete to his running back, Burkhead. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Brandon, a lot of times you'll see running backs rotate in and out of the game, whether it's a completed pass, a good run, it doesn't matter. Here, not only does he stay in, but they go right back to him, and he makes another nice play. Back-to-back catches.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
42-yard line.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Back to the ground. This time it's high. He was trying to turn the corner, but he will go nowhere. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 30. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. A give to Burkhead on first down. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Herbert now. He looks underneath and he finds Hyde. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Herbert operating from the red zone. And he's got it. And he will score. Touchdown again, Vikings. Adam Shaheen, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead.
Fix the score. Vikings 17. Bears 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams sprint to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Murray now. And that's complete. Albert Okwuegbunam. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
A gain of 6
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
14 yards.
So they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line.
2nd and 11. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Murray going to throw. And this one's incomplete.
He was trying to find his tight end, Josh Oliver.
And that'll bring up second down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Jones. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. The screen pass here to Cohen. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run it with Jones, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the Vikings' 9-yard line.
From the 9 down to about the 7.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Here's Herbert. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Corey Peters slipping in and getting the sack. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And that will be incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return, and the Bears take over.
49-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. Touchdown, Chicago!
Complete.
CeeDee Lamb, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears have once again taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see them, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. He will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. The tackle is made by Micah Hyde. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Complete.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
The Vikings on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now a pass hauled in downfield. The 20, 10, and they get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. George Kittle, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So minutes after giving up the lead in the 4th quarter, they say not so fast. Big play, and they grab that lead right back.
Talk about a seesaw game. Up, down, up, down. Did you ever seesaw? Did you play that when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah. Out on the playground, absolutely.
You had to make sure that you matched weight, though, on the other side, though, right? Otherwise, you could be up in the air a long time.
By the way, we're not done in this one. I think we're set up for an exciting finish. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. From the gun, Murray. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field have covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Murray. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
Kicks away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 33-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They'll try to wind down some clock with Hyde. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now 2nd and 11 from the 32. Back to throw here, Herbert. Steps back. He can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Julian Okwara in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. The Vikings on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 16. Out of the gun, Herbert. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
At the 48-yard line.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st down, it's Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And they wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. First down, a run with Cohen. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Defensively, it was Leighton Vander Esch up from his linebacker spot. They'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Third down and 14.
Complete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw, Murray. And he's going to look that one in one-handed. What a catch for the touchdown.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish him off.
The score that puts him in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and that will make this a 4-point game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
The 21-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now it's Herbert. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He's going to let it fly. And this will be caught at the 30. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Herbert. His throw is going to be incomplete. He was trying to get that ball to Auden Tate, but it's going to be 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Herbert. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That's caught inside the 5. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Give him 18 yards on that one. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line.
24.
Well, Charles, an absolutely thrilling finish there at the end, down to the final play. Got it close to the goal line, but couldn't punch it in.
How much fun was that ending, though, for us?
We were standing up.
I had to. You had to get out of your seat for that one. That close to the goal line? Oh, that was fun.
So for the Bears, their battle to finish 500 gets a slight lift as they move to 6-8 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everyone.